I'm in $23,700 of credit card debt.
Credit is a scam, a scam.
There are so many young adults who are in debt. It's crazy. Like, the amount of us who are in debt is insane. I heard somebody said they were $75,000 in debt.
What's up, financial hacks? So in today's video, we're going to be going over debt. And yeah, a lot of people are in debt, but specifically credit card debt. We got a lot of people on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, et cetera, talking about them being in high amounts of debt. I think this year has been like the record on the amount of debt people have been in, even though, throughout the year, they've been saying, oh, the economy is doing great or doing better. It really hasn't. And a lot of people are living off of credit cards. You see, like, your friends and XYZ looking like they may be turning up, but they're actually putting everything on a credit card 9 times out of 10. At least that's, what the numbers are actually saying. But in today's video, we're going to be kind of just going over some of these, kind of give some of my thoughts on credit card debt, possibly ways you can get out of it. And I think, some other possible good ways and maybe like bad ways too. And if you're not in debt, hopefully you can watch this video and take some of these notes so that you're not, in super major debt, or at least not in a lot of consumer debt. Okay. So let's go ahead and start out with this first one right here. And I forgot how much she said she had. This is the only one I've seen some of. The other ones I haven't seen yet. And yeah, let's go.
If you're in debt, stop scrolling. If you're not in debt, congratulations, fuck off. I'm just kidding. But pay attention if you're in debt. I was in $10,000 worth of debt 2 years ago. I was living off of my credit card and ignoring the bill every month. I had so much anxiety over this, and I decided I needed to tackle it head on. So I called the credit card company, and we came to an agreement that I would pay $373 every month, automatic payment. And I knew that wasn't that much. Like, it was going to take a long time to pay off $10,000 worth of debt. But after a while, I stopped thinking about it because it was an automatic withdrawal, and it was just like, slowly but surely I'll be out of debt. And then today I went to check to see how much more I owed them, but the account for the credit card had just disappeared from the interface of my website, or the website for the bank. So I gave them a call and I said, I still owe you guys money, but the account looks like it disappeared. I still had like $6,000 left to pay. So what's going on? And they said, yeah, the agreement was that if you paid $373 every month for a certain amount of time and you were consistent with it, then we would just drop the rest of the fee, the amount that you owed. So I'm debt free now. So the bottom line is, call your bank and come up with an agreement, because that could happen to you. $6,000 just dropped. I'm debt free. Whatever.
Okay. I mean, she really liked that with that. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, she even said herself. But yeah, I actually do recommend, and I guess I would recommend calling if, I guess you're not for sure what to do, and maybe you think you may not be able to pay anything. And yeah, being able to talk with them more, like in any type of sense, like you can't pay your mortgage, for example. Talk with your lending place, for example. You owe money to somebody else in, real life, giving them the courtesy, actually talking to them like, hey, I can't pay you back right now, but I'm trying. I think, they can definitely do wonders. So I guess that's great on her for that. Now, the lucky part of this is that, well, the really lucky part of that is that she didn't even realize, I guess, when she talked to the people, that this was actually going to go on. So that's interesting. I still want to look at the comments real quick. I'm stressing over my 1,100 on credit card debt. And like, okay, look at this. I work at a bank, and so many people just ignore our collections calls and stuff. But like, we're so happy to work with, help you. If you just communicate and let us know what's going on. Yeah, I'm at 20K and growing. I decided to not care anymore. Around 50K in debt in the beginning of 2024. I am debt free after Chapter 7, freedom. That's bankruptcy or something else. Chase did this for me too. Currently in 10K as well because of the same situation. I've just caught up to me a few times this year, and big emergencies have to use my card. Okay, cool. So I guess other people are talking about this too, with calling your bank in and, seeing if you can have something to work out with. So yeah, I guess that is one avenue. There are other ways to pay off your stuff, but I guess you really can't pay anything, or you're like super nervous or whatnot. And yeah, I guess going this route, I don't really see an issue with that, to be honest. I wish I would have known this like years ago. I could have been making YouTube videos talking about this for people. But anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty straight advice. Look like she was using Chase, or at least somebody else in the comments were using Chase. Pretty sure you can use this with like any bank or any major bank. At least she was paying $373 a month consistently. I forgot how many months she said she was doing this. So that's something that you can do. Pay at least $300-$400, I guess, depending on how much you currently owe. She owed $10,000, and yeah, you may be able to walk away with not having to pay the full amount and you don't have to pay bankruptcy or anything like that. You know what? I wish student loans were like this, man. If student loans were like this, man, a lot of people would be super good, I feel like right now. But I think that's pretty cool. We're gonna go in and look at some other videos too and go over some other ways. But congrats on her on this. I thought it was gonna be a super sad video. End up looking good at the end. Now, let's go ahead and share this screen here. Okay, and now let's go ahead and play this next one.
Are you in? I have a question. How much credit card debt are you in? Because for context, I'm 26. I've been working since 17, paying for my own shit, moved out at 18, have been independent ever since. And I have $10,000 worth of credit card debt. And I will be the first to admit that I'm not perfect. I've definitely paid off medical bills and like emergency vet visits and things on my credit card, but I've also bought a lot of dumb shit. But it's like people my age have $55,000 worth of credit card debt. Do you see how my eyes twitching? That shit stresses me out. $55,000 is my take-home salary from my last job. Like, I think I'm just morbidly curious on like what gets you to the point of $55,000 worth of credit card debt. Also, who gave you $55,000 worth of credit in general? Like, not to mention, my credit usage way high, like 90 something percent. So my interest rates 30%. It's the interest would make you want to throw up.
Yeah, that's what they really get you. They really get you with that interest and like not just with credit cards, but with like everything. They always try to get you with the interest. But yeah, credit card interest is super high. Freaking what, 30% plus. I say usually like 37, 27 plus percent. You be usually seeing, I guess, from people, that is up there. You got cars now too, freaking up there at freaking what, 10%. Whereas freaking like what, two years ago, freaking 5% was like super good. 6% was super good. Now you get like 8%. That's good. Like it's just continually freaking rising everywhere, which is crazy. But yeah, that is crazy too. Just she said people her age. I forgot her age. She said she was, but already 26, already at $55,000 worth of credit card debt. Not just any debt, credit card debt. And I like how when she talked about her debt, that yeah, she paid off some not vet stuff, or maybe she did pay some vet stuff out, but some medical stuff for herself, emergency stuff like that. But she also spent money on bull crap. A lot of people, it is what it is. A lot of people who are in like a lot of major credit card debt, not everybody, but a lot of people are just buying bull crap. And maybe last year or 2 or 3 years ago, you could buy bull crap and still be good. But how the economy has, steadily been increasing everything price wise, and salary hasn't been increasing that same way. You buying that same bull crap is going to really affect you now versus it did, a year, 2, 3 years ago. Kind of like the saying that like, I think now in December, I think it's like $120,000 is like the new 50K or something like that. Like 4 months ago, it was like $100,000 was like $50,000. Now it's $120,000. It's like you making 50K, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, like, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, it's definitely crazy out here. My advice, I guess, for her right now is to try to find a secondary job or some type of like, yeah, definitely a job, or I guess you're doing the social media stuff. So that can be like a second thing or a third thing as well. But you definitely want to have some type of, multiple sources of income. And with one of those other sources of income, being able to use that strictly for this credit card. I don't know how much, I forgot if she even said how much she's currently paying each month, but she said that the interest part just by itself would make you throw up. So I can just imagine how high that is. So yeah, if you're watching this right now, good job on actually making the videos like you're doing right now. You can make some money on TikTok. If you want to expand upon this, you can start posting these same TikToks, post it on your YouTube page, start up a YouTube page, post it on your Snapchat if you want to, Facebook Reels is big, post it on there. Yeah, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, you can post it on there. Maybe even Rumble, to be honest. You kind of just post yourself kind of everywhere, to be honest. Because sometimes too, I've noticed when I've posted content like on Instagram, it may not do as well, but then I'll post it on YouTube and that same content will blow up. Or I'll post it on Facebook and it'll blow up on Facebook, but won't blow up on YouTube. It won't blow up on Instagram. So yeah, you posting your content multiple places can only help you. It won't hurt you. So if you're watching the video, definitely look at multiple sources of income. And if you want to be a content creator, start posting your videos on multiple platforms. But yeah, that's my advice for her. Now let's go ahead and play this next one here. Make this full screen.
If you're in your 20s and you keep consistently seeing people and you like, oh my God, how are they doing all this? How are they affording all of this? Blah, blah, blah. And you're really confused and you're trying to figure it out, is really one of two, maybe even three options. The first option is credit card debt. Maybe they swiping them a card. They're swiping that card. They probably have $30,000 right now in credit card debt. But they're in Bora Bora. Absolutely. The second is rich parents. Don't ever underestimate the power of a rich parent. The third is they might be scamming. They might. Small might. And then the fourth, absolute and final, is that they are really just getting to the money. But that's very low on the total poll. It's probably credit card debt.
Okay. I mean, yeah, those are some good advice or get some good, questions or good, I guess, assumptions. Dang, it didn't switch me out. Let me just go back real quick. Okay, we're back. But yeah, those are good assumptions. However, no. Another big one that she completely missed over is people are selling certain things. People are selling drugs. People are selling coochie. People are selling things as well. So there shouldn't be four. It's about five of those. Yeah, people are scamming. Yeah, some people are getting into the money. Not as many people as you think, because people are always faking and saying they making all this money. But then you go to a YouTube video or Instagram, Facebook reel, for example, about people saying, "Hey, I paid $1,000 for this car, but I got the money for it." And everybody like, "No, that's too high." And if I had an extra $1,000, I would be able to like afford food and stuff. But like, you go to their profile, aren't you out here saying that you got all the money in the world and you turn it up and you do X, Y, Z? A lot of people online are faking. So yeah, credit card debt is definitely big. People are using their credit cards. I've talked about this before. Even on this whole thing, I've talked about this before. So yeah, that's a big one. People are selling stuff, selling coochie, selling weed, selling drugs. They're selling something. Scammers, yeah, that is what it is. But yeah, you got the scammers, and yeah, people do got rich family. But I don't think that's like the majority of the people that you see now, at least. People who are coming from nothing to always people coming from nothing to having something. Now, yeah, again, people who have always had stuff. I'm pretty sure they've always been posting, but I know you guys have seen a rise in people out of nowhere balling, shot calling, 20-inch blades on an Impala, holla, get laid tonight, some, get sprayed tonight, hit the highway. God, okay, I don't know what I'm talking about now, but yeah, there's a fifth one to this. And selling something. It's selling something. I'm just saying that. They selling something. Well, yeah, guys, let's go ahead and go to the next video here. Let's see if she's talking about the same stuff or not. I'm definitely intrigued to see.
$1,515 worth of credit debt.
Lady, why are you not quiet?
I also still owe $55,829 on my car.
Woman, are you crazy? $55,000 on a car.
In total, I have about $100,000 worth of debt.
$100,000 worth of debt at the age of 22. Lord save this.
If you're anything like me, you haven't made any credit card payments in over 6 months.
No, I'm sorry, lady. A lot of people are not like you.
But don't stress out. There's an answer to everything, and you'll get through this. I'll get through this. We'll get through this together.
No, girl, right now is not time for all this positivity. Right now, what you ask her to do is get to work.
As of today, my credit score is a 498.
Okay, yeah, the other guy's reaction and mine throughout this whole video, that's a lot to unpack. So let's just go to do this briefly. So she says he's 22, has $37,515 worth of credit debt, not just total debt, credit card debt. Dang, they're 22 already. At 22, I did not have any type of credit card debt. The only debt I had, I guess, would have been like school loans, like that type of debt. And I think that's the majority of people at 22 who have went to, I guess, school. But dang, 37,000 at 22. My first question is, again, how was she able to get all these credit cards? It's just wow. Like, for me to get a whole lot of credit cards, I had to have like a zero balance or a very low balance. So it's just kind of crazy kind of seeing this now, like how so many people are able to get all these credit cards or these high amounts and still owe so much. But like me, for example, man, like my limits weren't really that high. I had to get so much. I mean, now I got a lot of total worth of credit card, I guess, allowance now, but it took a lot of time. I'm not in my 20s no more. So the fact that she's able to get that just like that is just crazy right now. It's just quite too. That's the wild part. Like having access to extra $40,000. They could have been going towards something, towards a business, towards something. You just squandered that on bull crap. But let's continue because it's not over yet. It is not over yet. $37. And then she still owes $55,000 on a car loan. That is crazy too. I got a nice car. Right now. But at 22, I mean, I still had a pretty nice car. I still have my Toyota Corolla. It's a 2007 or 2006 Corolla car. Has been great. Been having that car for like I think over 15 years. Yeah, before I got my new one. Even my new one is a GR86, and that's not no freaking 55,000. And that's after a whole lot of time of saving money, having that Corolla. I don't know what she's riding right now, but she's just squandering her money. I don't even know how, again, I don't know how these banks are just giving her access to all of this right now. I don't know how the auto people are just giving her this. Like, don't they like check your credit score or anything like this? Like, they see her and see that she owes this much credit score, what, 499, and then they're like, oh wow, yeah, I trust you. We'll give you a 55 or 60K car. Like, that is crazy. I can't even blame her on this. I blame the freaking banks and the freaking auto people allowing this. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. I just can imagine myself ever being there. Again, I wasn't even able to. But like, this is crazy. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys aren't able to get like this. Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. She still owes 55,000. So again, I said the car maybe worth 60,000. It could be even worth more. Let's see what else going on. That is crazy. Yeah, you crazy. That's crazy. That is in total. I have about $100,000, and that's consumer debt, not student loan debt or anything like that. It's just straight consumer debt. That is crazy. At 22. At 22. And what'd you say? I haven't made any credit card payments in over 6 months. Over 6 months. That is wild too. And they're still, I guess, being cool with her. Now, don't get me wrong. I like positivity, but like to like a realness to it. You should say I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna just get through it. That's not helping nobody. We need to start putting things to action. So let me go ahead and give out some advice right here. If you somehow watching this video here, or if you're watching this video and you're in this current situation, I would see if you can call the bank, see if you can make some type of arrangement that you can have some type of help on your payments. That would be the first thing for sure, especially since you haven't paid for 6 months. Pretty sure they can work out something with you. Hopefully you got enough money for that. Maybe what, $600 for that a month, maybe even more, but hopefully you got something for that. So you can, at least pay that every month, maybe for a year or 2 or 3 or 4, and they can wipe that off. So that'll save you some money. I don't know what you're doing for a career. I don't know how much you're currently making, but it looks like you need to make more. So look into possibly getting another job. If you have a job, if you don't have a job, really get a job. I don't know if you live with your parents too or not, but you're 22. This would actually be a good time for you specifically to move back in with your parents and, get that new job and start stacking and start paying off your debt real quick. That's another possibility. Career-wise, again, I don't know what she does, but if you're looking for a career, I think tech is a good option as well. Maybe you can get like a help desk job. Or if you are kind of like technical savvy, maybe you can just go straight in and try to get like a higher tier 3 style help desk job, or like a junior with quotation mark cyber type of job or something along those lines possibly. So, at least make it over 50, over 60. If you're living with your parents, after 2 years, you already paid off all your debt in that way. And yeah, stop spending money. Another one, sell that car. You don't need no $60,000 car or $70,000 plus car with all this debt and you're not able to pay anything. It'd be different if you had all this debt and like you ain't no issue because you're paying it. You're not paying anything on this. You can't even pay for 6 months. So obviously something going on, something definitely going wrong with that. But yeah, that's just some of my quick advice on what I would do if I was in that situation. Well, none of you guys are in that situation, but that's just crazy right now, guys. That is crazy. That is crazy. Okay, next up, let's go ahead and play this video here. Let's see. Oh, she's not a super amount of crazy debt, but let's put this in full screen. Let's see.
Hey y'all, so let's talk debt, specifically credit card debt. I am $30,000 in credit card debt. Yeah, I know. Let's talk about it. So I have 2 credit cards. I have a Navy Federal and then another credit card. Navy Federal has 25,000 and the other one has 5,000. And I'm definitely ready to pay those off. So if anybody has any suggestions about how I can quickly pay those off, let me know in the comments. So I recently joined TikTok Shop and the Creator Fund. So I'm hoping to reel in some money from that as well. And whatever I make from that, I'm going to put towards the credit cards expeditiously. I racked up all of this debt from shopping, not telling myself no, not having discipline, all that horrible stuff. Baby, when I tell you, if I saw something on the website, because I'm an online shopper, if I saw something on the website that I wanted or my kids wanted or that I wanted for them, or what I thought my husband would like. But we're stopping bad habits and we're getting out of credit card debt. So follow along on this journey with me paying off my debt.
Okay, 30,000. I don't know her age, but she has kids and she's married. I thought she was like freaking like 20. I guess she could probably be 30 something or she could be late 20s. She does look very young. So I guess the first thing of action is that she actually, what's the first thing they say? Like the first thing, like the first step in knowing you have a problem is admitting that you have a problem. So she has admitted that. I'll give her that. Unfortunately, a lot of people do fall into that. You see some online, they got to get it. They got to get it. Got to get it. They got to get it. They got to get it. It's just getting stuff. And then they're actually seeing how much they're actually paying. And like, then they're actually seeing how much they currently have. Now, the biggest question I have on this too, they gave her $25,000 from what? She said Navy Federal or something along those lines. 25,000. Again, on the other video, they got the girl like 55, like $30,000 or $35,000 worth of credit cards, or like total amount. And then she has a limit of 25,000. Like that's just crazy. Like I don't even have that. Like I don't even have a 25,000, and my credit score has never been below 500. I think it's never been below 650. Like since I've actually checked my account, start checking or, start actually realizing I have a credit score and whatnot. And I'm not even, able to get this much. So this is crazy that they're just giving out, I guess, $25,000 worth of credit card to people. That is crazy. Let me know in the comments if any of you guys got like a $25,000 credit card, and what age should they give this to you? I'm definitely intrigued. I am definitely intrigued. Like now, this kind of got me low key wanting to start applying to some more credit cards now. It has been a while now. So maybe, I don't know, maybe within the last year or two, they just been turning up. But at least when I was applying to a whole lot of credit cards and doing a whole lot of credit card videos, 3-4 years ago, yeah, I wasn't getting no $25,000 thing right there. So that's a whole nother situation right there. But that's the biggest question I had on this. So for some advice for her, she said outside of, I guess, selling, you already know what I'm talking about. So you already said, other than the obvious, we already know what that is. So instead of selling stuff, okay, you can continue doing the online stuff, the TikTok stuff. That's one way you can make money. Now on that, I don't think that's like super consistent if you're just like a nobody. So hopefully you're making like several different videos a day. At least the last time I was on TikTok heavy and like researching about like growing on TikTok, it was like I think 3 a day, 3 or 4 or 5 a day, like doing a lot a day. So hopefully you're consistent on that, like story times and different stuff like that. Part 1, part 2, part 3, so people can watch and want to follow you, so they can watch multiple videos. That's something big as well. Another thing too, you didn't talk about having no other social media. So even though you're on TikTok right now, you will have to be platform agnostic. And by that, I mean growing or start placing your content on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, on other platforms. You want to become, again, platform agnostic. You don't want to rely on just one platform. And when you have your media spread, different places, you have more potential to make money from different places. So if your TikTok account somehow gets messed up or they're not paying you correctly, but you build up an audience on YouTube and on Facebook, you're still able to get monetized multiple ways. And again, you producing one form of content and being able to place that multiple different places just allows you to 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x the amount of potential money that you can make. So yeah, that would be my first thing for you, since you already own social media and whatnot. Become platform agnostic. Start posting your content everywhere. That would be the first thing. Second thing too is to see if you can find some type of other job. I don't know if you're super good at video editing or not, but you own social media, having a page, TikTok page, so possibly video editing. Upwork is a great place for that as well, and that will give you the flexibility to be able to work in the morning and nighttime, on the weekend. It gives you kind of some more flexibility, so you can have your main job and then you can have this other job too, within the day or whatever, so you can continually make some money. So yeah, that would be my 2 advice. Some type of video editing and producing your content in multiple areas. The third one would be if you can start working on a higher skill. I don't know, again, what type of career you're in, but possibly tech or something else that have high salaries. So you can start studying and doing that on the side, outside of maybe your video editing or your other thing that you're good at, that you can go to a gig site like Upwork and do. And again, continually posting your content on multiple places and be serious about it. Don't just do one video a week and just hope that you're going to become rich. No, be consistent with it. Posting the 2, 3, 4 day, go and talk with your people who comment on your videos and be serious about this. And then I think that can definitely help you out. But that is a lot of debt, but they will be able to help out with that for sure. And lastly, guys, let's go ahead and see the advice this guy's talking about. here. I'm definitely intrigued. How to pay off your credit card debt. Let's put this at full screen. Let's see what he's talking about.
I'm gonna tell you exactly how to pay off all your credit card in less than 30 seconds. Look, there's no easy way to say this. You either got to stop spending so much money or you got to pick up another job. Now, when it comes to actually attacking the debt, if you have multiple balances on different credit cards, you always attack the one with higher interest first. If you look at the wrong one, if you do the math, no matter how big or small that balance is on the higher interest account, that will actually turn into a bigger problem down the line. Just to summarize, you attack the balance of the high interest first, then you go for the balance of the lower dollar amount. Hope this helps.
Okay. I like slightly only agree with that. Only slightly. Yeah. Paying off your high interest debt first is not bad. And technically speaking, that will save you more money over time versus, paying it randomly or paying all of them at the same time or paying it from the lowest amount to the highest amount. But remember, you're dealing with people who have gotten themselves into the debt in the first place. So like they're not thinking rationally at 22 to have, 35,000, 45,000, 55,000 worth of consumer debt. The best way I would say for like 90% of people who are in all this debt at this young age, especially, is just to start off with the lowest amount and like start getting wins. You pay out this small amount. Now you got only 9 cards left. So you're feeling good. You pay off 2 more. You got 7 cards to go. You're feeling good. You're feeling pumped. And by the time you got 3 left, you're really feeling pumped. Like, yeah, I knocked out. I slayed this dragon. I slayed this dragon. I slayed this dragon. I'm doing good. His route was good for people who don't have debt or people who don't have a whole lot of consumer debt and they're not even worried about stuff. Then yeah, like people like myself or people like you may be watching this video who may not have all the debt and you might potentially maybe dabble here and there, maybe with some debt, maybe for your business or whatnot. You're already cognizant of it. So yeah, for you, yeah, that would make sense for a high interest rate. But for other people, no, you want to pay off you want to do the snowball method. You want to pay off low and continually go up. Because again, if you're already thinking about the math already and like, yeah, I can pay out this, I can pay out this, I can do this, I can do this, you wouldn't be in the issue that you're in right now at 40, 50, $60,000 worth of debt at 22. So like you're already not even thinking in that type of way. So like his advice is great again for people who aren't really in debt that much. But no, like if you're actually in that debt, you're thinking completely differently. So no, you want to you want to do the snowball method and pay out the smallest amount and then continually go up. Because when you pay out that small amount, especially, you being in a whole lot of debt, whole lot of credit cards, you should see a whole lot of, it's just a whole lot of bull crap. You being able to slowly, knock out, oh, well, not necessarily slowly. It depends on how much you're paying towards it, but you be able to knock out or cross out, this account done quickly. They're going to motivate you a whole lot more versus somebody who, again, is only paying off just a high interest rate. And let's say that takes you like the longest time. So you're just constantly doing that. And maybe after a few months, since you're already in this whole lot of debt and you already got this already in your mind, like, oh, I see something I want to buy. I see something I want to buy it. This is not going to stop one day. It's going to take a minute to get there. So in that sense, after 3 or 4 or 5 months, you're like, dang, this man, F it. I'm not paying this down. I still got all the other credit cards I still got to pay off. F it. Let's just spend more. Like that's a mindset of a lot of people, to be able to get in 30, 40, 50, 60K or the consumer debt at 22. So again, my recommendation would be the snowball method for 90% of people. If you are able to think of, the numbers and seeing everything mathematically, you wouldn't have been in that debt in the first place. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.